What is ownership? What is co-ownership? What is partnership? We will be discussing all of these things in this chapter. So stay tuned. My name is Vishu. Welcome to Vishu Realty. Let's get started. The three pillars of real estate ownership. In Illinois or any other major state, real estate ownership falls into three main categories. Ownership in severalty means ownership by one individual or one legal entity. Co-ownership means two or more people own property at the same time. Trust ownership involves a trustee holding legal title for the benefit for someone else, called the beneficiary. Pillar 1. Ownership in severalty. Ownership in severalty means the property is owned by a single person or a single legal entity. That owner has full control over the property and can sell, lease, mortgage, or transfer it without anyone else's consent. However, in Illinois or any other major state, even if one spouse owns property in severalty, the other spouse may still need to sign documents due to homestead rights. Pillar number 2. Co-ownership. When two or more individuals or entities own property together, this is called co-ownership or concurrent ownership. Illinois recognizes three primary forms of co-ownership: tenancy in common, joint tenancy, and tenancy by the entirety. Each form has different rules regarding survivorship, transfer, and creditor rights. Tenancy in common, the default form. Tenancy in common is the default form of co-ownership in Illinois. Each owner holds an undivided fractional interest, which can be equal or unequal. All owners have the right to possess the entire property. When an owner dies, their interest passes to their heir or beneficiaries, not to the other owners. If a deed is silent, Illinois presumes tenancy in common. Joint tenancy, right of survivorship. The defining feature of joint tenancy is the right of survivorship. When one tenant dies, their interest automatically passes onto the surviving joint tenant, avoiding probate. Joint tenancy must be intentionally created and requires 4-unit time, title, interest, and possession. In Illinois, a sole owner can create a joint tenancy by deeding the property to themselves and others. Tenancy by the entirety. Tenancy by the entirety is available only to married couples. The property is owned as one single legal unit. It includes the right of survivorship and offers strong creditor protection. Creditors of only one spouse cannot force the sale of the property. This form ends upon death, divorce, mutual agreement, or court order. Co-ownership comparison. This comparison highlights the key differences between the three co-ownership types. Tenancy in common has no survivorship and allows unequal ownership shares. Joint tenancy includes survivorship and requires the 4 unities. Tenancy by the entirety includes survivorship, requires marriage, and provides creditor protection. Understanding this table is extremely helpful for your exam. The three pillars: ownership, trust. Trust ownership. In trust ownership, legal and beneficial ownerships are separated. The trustor creates the trust and transfers property into it. The trustee holds legal title and manages the property. The beneficiary receives the benefits of ownership. Trusts are commonly used for estate planning and privacy. The Illinois Land Trust. The Illinois Land Trust is unique and powerful too. The trustee holds both legal and equitable title, but the beneficiary controls and manages the property. The beneficiary's identity is not part of the public record. The beneficial interest is considered personal property and can be transferred without a deed. Ownership by business entities. Real estate may also be owned by legal entities such as partnerships, corporations, and limited liability companies. These structures can provide liability protection at tax advantages. Real estate investment trusts, or REITs, allows investors to pool money and invest in their real estate portfolios. Condominiums versus cooperatives. In a condominium, you own an individual unit as a real property in fee simple. You also own undivided interest in the common elements managed by the HOA. In cooperative, the corporation owns the property. Buyer owns shares of stock, which is personal property, and receives a proprietary lease to occupy a unit. Other residential ownership models. Townhouses combine features of single-family homes and condominiums. Owners typically hold fee-simple title to their unit and land, while common areas are managed by an HOA. Timeshares allow multiple owners to use a property for specific periods each year and are strictly regulated in Illinois. Illinois is a marital property state. Illinois does not recognize community property. Instead, Illinois follows marital property rules. Property acquired during marriage is considered marital property and is divided equitably upon divorce. Equitable does not always mean equal. This brings us to the conclusion of this chapter. We are just going to go over some key takeaways for this unit. If a deed is silent, Illinois presumes tenancy in common. Survivorship must be explicitly created in writing. A condominium is real property, while a cooperative is personal property. Land trusts provide privacy and simply transfer. And Illinois is an equitable distribution marital property state. Thank you so much for staying for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in comments. In the next video, we'll be going over legal descriptions, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much.